I'm not an expert. I'm very new to this whole thing, and I'm also not that successful, so maybe watch a different video. Fuck, how do I do this? Hello, it's me, Nora, from high school. Today is a bad day. TM. And what better thing to do on a bad day than talk about your small business? You know what they say, the quickest cure for a bad day is talking about your something. I'm pretty sure someone says that. So I'm almost at the end of my first year on Etsy, and I've been wanting to do a kind of like year in review thing to just sort of help out other new businesses. I still don't really know what I'm doing, but I don't know, if my mistakes can save someone some hassle, then why not? And I also thought it'd be really helpful to go over, like, I don't know, the details that you don't really see much in these videos, like how much I'm making, fucking hard numbers, Canadian dollars, how much Etsy is taking, how much tax I'm paying. I don't know. Everyone's like, I don't feel comfortable disclosing that amount of information. I'm like, I'm not making enough for it to matter. So when I was planning that video, I thought it'd be kind of fun to have a Q&A section of the video. So I posted on Instagram to get some questions, but I got more than expected, which was great. But I quickly realized that if I was to film a full Etsy year in review and also include a Q&A section in that same video, it would be like 40 minutes. Not that I'm against 40-minute videos, but I just don't want to edit it, okay? Instead, I thought I would do an Etsy small business Q&A, which is this video that you're currently watching. And then I'm going to do a year in review video later. So I'm sure there's going to be overlap, okay? I probably won't go super in-depth on questions about things that I know I'm going to be answering in the next video. We'll make it work, okay? I got my tea. It's got sugar in it because it is a bad day. Let's A some Q's, baby. I have my iPad over here, and I will put the question here so you can see it. So let's just fucking get into it. There is no order to these questions. I'm just gonna read them out and answer them. That is how this type of video works. Stick around for more tips with Nora. First question, things to avoid, and also how did you pick a brand name? All right, I'll start with the brand name because it's a little bit easier. So I kind of stumbled into opening a shop. I was not planning on doing it. I was au pairing and started getting really into embroidery. And then people were like, I want to buy one. And I was like, okay, I should start an Etsy. And that's how it happened. And I actually decided on Knock Thrice because of this embroidery here. It was for an art challenge that I did. And a big shout out to my friend Morgan, who is another amazing artist. I say that like I also am. I mean, I am, but like, it's a funny thing to say. I came to her with like 40 different names. I was like, please fucking help me. And she's like, I don't like any of them. I like the name of this embroidery. So thanks, Morgan. I feel like every shop name that's not just like your personal name kind of has a backstory to it. At least that's kind of, in my experience, it does. So I'll try and keep the story portion short. I wasn't opposed to having my name in the shop name, but it's kind of hard to spell. Like, Nora has an H on the end, and then my last name is like really hard to spell. And I don't know, I just didn't know if I would want my name like fully attached to the shop necessarily. So that was my first thing, like didn't really want to have the name in it. I just wanted something that was a little magical, a little fairy tale-esque, but not super niche and specific. Like I almost went with spooky hoops because I was doing a lot of hoop embroidery, but then you're kind of locked into embroidery or hula hooping. So I wanted something kind of vague and kind of magical, and I think the word thrice is just like witchy, you know, knock thrice upon the wooden door. Just sounds good, doesn't it? Okay, now next is things to avoid, which is such a big question. Things to avoid: cutting corners, rushing product, and burnout. So number one, cutting corners, you know, that's a pretty standard, like don't do it. Just don't do it. Paying a little bit more for something, for a quality product, or even for like shipping something, paying a little bit more to have peace of mind is so worth it. It is the most worth it thing. I would always recommend getting sample product made. So while it may seem annoying to have to get sample product made when you're like, I'm sure it's gonna look good, just do it. Just do it. please just do it anyway. Number 2, don't rush product. Just make sure you can wear test your stuff. If you're gonna sell something, you want it to be quality. You want it to be worth the money. There's nothing worse as a customer than being like really excited for something and then receiving a thing that's subpar or that works and then breaks really quickly. That's how you just kind of lose repeat customers, and as an artist, you just want to have integrity in your product. So yeah, always like stress test your shit. Okay. And then the third one, burnout. I think that this goes without saying for all artists. Take your breaks, okay? Eat your vegetables and give yourself real scheduled time off. I am still struggling with this. You wonder why it's a bad day? Burnout. Also lack of sleep, and I'm a little hungover. But it's mostly burnout. It's mostly burnout. Do as I say, not as I do, okay? So yeah, that's my answer for things to avoid in a brand name. Next question is, do you think your Etsy SEO has helped sales equal to or less than other platforms? Or is that more than? I actually missed that math class. I'll just answer it anyway. So Etsy SEO, I think, is search engine optimization. Okay, I think I understand this question, so I'm gonna just answer it as if I do. I get a lot of sales through Etsy's platform itself. I don't like code in SEO to my listings. Like, I know that you can add SEO into like images and product and stuff. I don't do that on Etsy. However, I do get a lot of cross sales from Etsy itself. I think it's like 35 or 40% of my product sales come from Etsy itself. This is specifically because I make my embroidered hats, which are like the highest grossing product in my shops normally. And because people are often searching for embroidered baseball cap or like mushroom hat or like bird hat or something, I get a lot of hits on those products, and they're higher ticket items. So a lot of my like revenue comes from them. Probably number of sales comes more from my own Instagram accounts because like stickers and stuff. I do get a lot of sales through Etsy. I think it really depends on what kind of product you're making. If you're making like very specific paintings for a niche community, then most of the sales come through your own platform. I do get some cross sales like from TikTok and stuff, and some from YouTube. I don't always know where my sales come from. I probably should ask, but I am busy. But yeah, Etsy does provide a lot of my sales for me. Next question. With Etsy, is there a specific mail service you have to send your products through? I live in Canada, and we have very few options. You can pretty much just send product with Canada Post. I'm not limited by Etsy, I'm limited by the Canadian government. All right, next question is, how did you grow your social media following? I don't know. Fuck Instagram. I hate it. I hate that this is such a big part of making art, is your following. It's so degrading. It's so demoralizing to have a very physical, tangible number related to your success that you can compare against others. It's just so bad. Yet it's so important. Well, first of all, I started last year, which was, I think, easier. I don't know what the fuck is going on with Instagram right now, but even a year ago, I was getting more likes on my pictures at like 500 followers than I am now with 2,500, which is so fucking lame to admit out loud, but it's true. Like, my reach is so low right now. So I think I got a bulk of my following earlier when it was easier, which is unfortunate. Right now, I think that the best way to grow your following is just make good stuff. Make good stuff. Other than that, I think that interacting with other artists and collaborating and doing giveaways with each other is another really great way. It's kind of like sharing your followers in a way. So if, you know, you find someone whose work that you really admire, who's roughly on your same level of like following and making the same similar kind of product, reach out. Like, I've got a bunch of giveaways and collabs lined up that I'm so excited about, and the people who follow, you know, this account probably don't follow me, but might. So even doing a simple giveaway will expose your product and your work to an audience that may have never seen it otherwise. So help each other. The next question is reason for starting. God, this is a loaded question. Like I said earlier, it was very unplanned. I started embroidering last year. This was my first embroidery. It's terrible. I started embroidery as a hobby during the pandemic, and I was good at it, and I liked it. And when I was au pairing over like last summer, I just had a lot of free time because the children were always asleep and there was literally nothing else to do. I could not socialize, I could not leave the property really. So I just, when I got off work, I would just embroider for like hours and hours. I had a lot of practice in a very short amount of time and was sharing it with my Instagram account. and I did a lot of art challenges. Ooh, that's another one, how to grow your social media following. Art challenges. So I was doing this art challenge, I was sharing a lot of my embroidery, and people were asking if they could buy them. So I made an Etsy, and then I made a shop name, and then I bought $400 worth of hats, and now here we are. Next question is, what is your favorite product? I assume they mean of my own, not just like in general. What is my favorite product in general? I suppose gravity. So my favorite product of my own would probably be maybe some of my snails. I really love the snails, and I feel like I haven't seen someone do exactly the same thing as them before, so it's been really fun to explore the snails. My notebook is also probably one of my favorites, especially because I like totally use mine and abuse it and like love it. There's just something so satisfying about this, and it feels great. It's like a soft matte cover, really nice and crisp. I love the little tiny details. I don't know if I'm allowed to say another one, but the teeth, like these bad boys. And my hats, I don't know. I like everything I make, okay? Which is a good sign. Next question is, what's the toughest thing you had to overcome? My own mental health. I would say I'm joking, but I'm not really. This was such a weird time to start a business in the middle of a pandemic, moving to a new city and not knowing anybody. So I think, to be honest, the hardest thing to overcome has been, it's kind of weird because it's like the best part and the worst part. So because of the pandemic and because of the fucking cold ass Montreal winter, I did not see anybody for months. Like basically October to April. We couldn't go outside. It was like minus 30. Couldn't have anyone in the house. So I pretty much just worked from like sun up to sundown, which is, well, in Canada in the winter is like from 8 a.m. to 4. So I just worked all the time. And it was good. I got a lot done, but I was very unstable. When your only interactions are with your Instagram friends and your followers and brands and like on YouTube and all this stuff, it's so hard not to tie your own self-worth to what you're making, how well it's selling, and how many people are like following you. And that's terrible. It is a terrible thing to do, not only as an artist, but just as a regular human being, but especially as an artist because, oh boy, your heart and soul goes into everything you make. Every experience of my entire life is contributed to making this thing that nobody wants. You know, it's just a recipe for disaster. And it's really easy to get caught up in feeling like this is the most important thing ever, which, like, it is, but it's also not. Oh, God. So yeah, I'm gonna say that. Boundaries. Next question. Any advice on advertising products and growing a following? I mean, I kind of answered that already. In terms of advertising product, TikTok has been pretty good. I'm not, advertising, like I'm not paying for videos and stuff, but I do find that people on TikTok are much more excited to like buy things, like if they're available. It's like curated content, so if the video's on someone's page, they probably are already inclined to like it, and if you have it available, they're like, but I'm miserable, woo, sheesh, Try TikTok, I don't know. Next question is how to make small business TikToks. I feel like I could make a whole video on this alone. I'm not big on TikTok. I think I have like maybe 7,000 followers, which is like more than Instagram, but it kind of means less on TikTok when people literally have like 50 million, So I think I have 7,000 followers on TikTok, and I have had a few videos like blow up, maybe like 4 videos, not many. What I can tell you is it's very inconsistent. It's kind of random, and don't stop making videos because they're not getting interaction. Because you feel really stupid when you're like, I made a video and it got 30 likes. But fuck it, like, just keep making stuff because things blow up so randomly. Like, it's just so fucking random. The thing I will say is it moves so fast. Oh my god, it moves so fast. If you hear an audio clip that you like, make a TikTok that day or the next morning. You just have to fucking whip it out. And for me, when I was starting TikTok, I'm like a film student. I was like downloading audio clips and then airdropping them to my computer to use in Final Cut to edit with my like 4K footage, then exporting it back to TikTok and then finding the audio clip and then overlaying it. Don't do that. Okay, no. My biggest TikTok I just made on my iPad, and I was holding a hat. I was like, silly goose. That has like 200,000 views. So just make content really fast. Use the popular audio sounds, even if it doesn't make sense. I just used a Cardi B audio to be like, look, there's snails on my hat. It does not matter how tangentially related the audio is. Just follow the trends. Just follow the fucking trends, okay? Next question is, how did you find something you wouldn't hate making all the time for a profit? I didn't find something. I found like 9 somethings.
You wanna know what my problem is? I just got too many hobbies. I like to do this and that, and also some of this and this and that. And now my problem is that I'm really not that great at anything that.
Which is a problem, but also I don't hate any of them. I actually want to make a dedicated video about like your media niche in the art community and what it means, because I am not doing the thing that one should be doing in order to be successful on the internet. I'm just not. Like, if I have a thing that gets really popular, most people are like, ugh, I gotta do more of that and focus on that because clearly people like it, which makes sense. Me, I'm like, it did so well. I'm gonna make something new and totally different. Why? I make my life so hard. I make my life so hard. So when people are like, what kind of art do you do? I'm like, oh, I embroider baseball caps and bucket hats and beanies. I also make snails and teeth, and I make ghosts, and I make different kinds of ghosts, and I also make stickers, and then I make notebooks, and I make that notebook, and then I also make prints, and then I make original paintings, and I also make stickers. It's like, what the fuck? Like, why? And it's because I don't want to get bored. So I don't have an answer. It kind of makes me sad thinking that, like, in order to succeed, in order to make like a living off of this work, you do kind of need to specialize. Not only because the algorithms like that, your audience likes that, and it's way cheaper. Oh my god, it's so much cheaper if you just do one thing. Like, if I want to make embroidered baseball caps, and I know that that's all I'm gonna make, if you know that you can sell all the hats, you can buy 500 of them and knock that price way down. But if you also are buying potion bottles and clay and this and that, you can't get any of it for bulk price. You need new packaging for every single product you're making. You need new envelopes, you need new mailers, Why am I doing this? Because I'd get bored otherwise. I can't get into it right now. Next question. Is it true that your mother is your greatest supporter? It's true. Hi, Mom. Thanks for watching. Next, what made you decide to start embroidering / Etsy? I think I answered this already. I was bored in the pandemic. But if I'm gonna go a little bit more in depth, my sweet sister is actually a phenomenal embroiderer, and she's the one who started, like, I think she's the first one in the family to ever do it. You wanna know what she made me once? Look what she made me for Christmas. My sister made this, okay? It's kimchi. It's my favorite queen. Her style is so cool, like, look. But yeah, I really only know like 5 stitches. Next question. What kind of gum will you choose for your paid gum chewing content? I will not be doing paid gum chewing content, but if I was, I would choose Tropical Twist. Oh my god, there's way more than I thought. Okay, I'll see if I can go a little quicker with these answers. Next, do you have a favorite customer story? What's the cutest thing that ever happened? Absolutely I do. Y'all might even know what's coming. So we have a viewer on this channel. Her name is Beth. She's 5.5 years old, and she and her mother wrote me fan mail. Okay, fan mail. I got fan mail. And Beth drew me a picture, okay, and it's right here. It's in my notebook. I love it. It was like the best day ever. It was fucking amazing. I also will say, I do get a lot of messages from people who are ordering hats who are like, oh, this is for my like brother's birthday, or my goddaughter really loves these, whatever. And that just is so nice. It's just amazing to know that people are giving my work as gifts and that hopefully they'll be cherished and stuff. So I love it. Next question is, please discuss your stamping supplies. Oh baby, we could have a whole stamp video. So my stamping supplies mostly is here. I have this nasty little plastic bag of stamps. And then I have this very sleek and sexy box that I also keep my stamps in. So to be honest, most of them are just from China. You know, I get these little like wooden block ones that work very well. But then just recently, I got to work with No Issue Tissue, and they sent me my very own custom woodblock stamp. This thing is fucking massive. So is the ink pad. It's so nice. It's so fucking nice. I can't believe how nice it is. I can't believe I have one. Like, I know I didn't pay for it, but I absolutely would buy it, and I kind of want to buy another one because I can stamp my packaging, like my mailers and my envelopes and stuff, with that. And then it's like custom packaging, but I don't have to buy custom packaging. You feel me? Like, it's so good. They are expensive, but they are such high quality, and because I send out so much different stuff, and everything has like a different envelope package that it needs to go into, I don't want to buy all of that custom printed. So this is great. I don't have a code for you, but I'm sure someone else does. Next question, where do you get your supplies / how did you decide on those? Also, definitely money info, please. I will get into the money info in the other video. Most of my supplies, I guess it depends what you're talking about. I get a lot of like my paper supplies, like my stamps, my ink, stickers, all that stuff. I get it from AliExpress mostly. I just try and order very early, way before I need it. If I need things quickly, I get them from Amazon. Stop. I am trying to get some more eco-friendly packaging supplies, but I am a very, very small business and it's expensive. So I'm doing my best. Yeah. Next question, how do you get yourself out there? Just do it! I don't really know how to give you advice for this. I guess make things that you're proud of and that you want to share. Hopefully other people will like it too. Alright, next question. I don't think I'm ready for this. Do you have mental health struggles? And if so, how do biz and that go together? Oh boy. I think I need another cup of tea. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I feel like, who doesn't have mental health struggles right now? Who is thriving? Who among us is thriving? Not me. However, I do have this tea warmer, so maybe I'm doing okay. It's kind of weird when you're an artist and you sell your stuff, because art, like, it's, you know, how you channel your emotion, and like it's therapeutic and it's self-reflexive and it's fun. And then when you sell it, it's stressful, anxiety-inducing, unpredictable, emotionally damaging, and unpleasant. And that is the small business sandwich. Good luck. Truth be told, I don't think I'm doing it so well. It is a bad day. Okay? I really don't know how to answer this one. I really don't. I wish I did. I guess take breaks. Integrate making things, you know, to sell and making like custom product, and just making something I want to make. Just doing what I want to do. Having something that, you know, I just think will be fun and silly, or having a project that I'm not going to share with anyone. My pen pals are really therapeutic for me. Video games and anime, both very good things to completely take my brain off of my shop, because I'm very engaged. But if anyone else has answers to this question, please let me know. Next, how do you go about reaching out to other artists? How do you collab and support each other? I mean, it's kind of simple. You just, you know, if they're following you, you follow them, you like their stuff, you comment, you message. You know, don't just like show up out of the blue if it's someone that you don't know at all. But if you're mutuals, if you both follow each other, it's a lot easier to just DM them and be like, listen, I love your shit. If you ever want to work together, let me know. But also, just make friends. Just make friends like you would anywhere else, and then you can work together, and it's really fun, and it feels way less like corporate, you know. Next question, how do you gain followers over time? No idea. Ooh, this is fun. Tips on taking product photos. I got you. Especially because I filmed a video about this. I love taking product pictures. It's like one of my favorite things to do. It's so fun. I did a Halloween collection once where I did all of these product pictures. Like, it was so fun. It took so fucking long, but like set photography and prop design is like my favorite thing. Get some dried flowers, get some pieces of fabric. I use pillowcases, I use some clothing. I'm not gonna go too in depth because I do have a video on it, but find weird little things around that you can put in your pictures. I love it. All right, we're almost done. Next is, do you have a part-time job to bring in steady income, or did you decide to go all in into your biz? So like I said, the business kind of came about unexpectedly in my last year of uni. And with uni and the shop, that was as much as it was more than I could handle. So I did not work. But now, starting in, I guess, middle of May is when I technically graduated, this will be my first year intentionally not working to focus on the business without any other distractions. I'm not in school. I'm not seeing anybody. I'm actually really excited. It's weird how draining it can be to have your mental energy split between like essays and papers and presentations and trying to focus on work stuff. 1 year fully dedicated, and I hope at the end of this year I'll have a better idea of whether I need another job to sort of supplement my income. And I really am gonna take this time, invest in myself, and try and make something of this ridiculous, strange little accident of a business. When your small business grows into a big business and then you have to tell them that they were an accident, but that they're loved anyway, and that they're the best accident that ever happened. Okay, these two questions are kind of related, so I'm gonna read them both. How much money do you make? Do you support yourself, or do you get any help? And then the next question was, how do you pay yourself, i.e. do you get the profit, or do you pay yourself a wage or something? Does anyone pay themselves a wage? All the money just goes back into the business. It all goes into my account and I like pay rent, but I don't really pay myself. Most of the income I earn is going back into the business now. I think that's pretty standard for the first little while. I take what I need to pay rent and to buy food and to live and stuff, but I don't have like a set amount that I'm getting and then a set amount that I'm reinvesting. Maybe eventually, maybe that'll be the year 2 video recap. And the very last question, how long does it generally take from when you make something to when the customer gets it? Some of the products I make are like a multi-day process, like all of my pins and stuff. It's like 1 day to sculpt and bake, and then the next day to paint and to like glue on pins, and then like a third day to varnish. So it's like a very laborious process. Just have to wait for shit to dry, so there's not a whole lot like I can control in that case. With hats, again, because I do prefer to have larger shop updates less often, I can make a hat and then a month later have a shop update. So it really just depends. I would like to get to a place of having 1 to 2 shop updates a month, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. I'm trying not to set too many hard rules for myself right now because I'm still really trying to just figure out how to do the whole thing and survive. And to be honest, it's fucking summer. I want to go outside and lay about in the grass and drink a beer. I don't like beer. And drink a gin and tonic and get really sleepy and order a pizza and stay up too late and sleep in too late and do it all again, okay? I just want a break. I want a real summer. That was a lot of fucking questions. Thanks for asking such great questions, everybody. As usual, if you have any more, put them down below because, you know, we get like 10 comments on a video, which means I can answer all of them. Yay! But really, if you do have any more specific questions, I'm happy to answer them as best as I can. I'm not an expert. I'm very new to this whole thing, and I'm also not that successful, so maybe watch a different video. I don't know. I now get to make things all day, and yeah, I mean, I'm not making a lot of money, but I'm also able to like take a walk at 1 p.m. or not work on a day that I'm feeling really sad. And I think the longer I do this and the longer I'm around other people who are doing this very demanding but very fulfilling work, it's like, what better thing to use your time for? What better thing to like live your life for than to make art and connect with people and make other people happy and make yourself happy? I just can't imagine going back to a corporate job where you're trading the only time you have alive to do something meaningless and boring. And I know that everyone doesn't have that luxury. And I mean, I know that I won't have very many luxuries because I'm making very little. But every day I do this, it feels more worth it to maybe sacrifice some of those material luxuries for this ridiculous, strange, chaotic, artistic, creative, fun life. And if I'm being honest, I don't know how long I'll be able to do it. You know, it would be great if I could just make stuff all the time. But reality kicks in and sometimes you just have to support yourself, and you know, if you've got a kid or if you need medical help or like whatever, like I get it, it won't work for everyone, and it might not even work for me forever, but I want to give it like the best chance. You know, I just want to give it my all for a year, maybe more, and see if I can enjoy my work, and maybe other people will enjoy my work too. And on that soppy note, this is Nora from high school, out.